Good morning, Wildcats. Today is Friday, November 28th. I'm Juan Rodriguez, and welcome to WCTZ News. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Beginning with school curriculum, all seniors that are AP diploma candidates must have a completed application on file in guidance by December 15th in order to be eligible. If you have any questions or need a copy of the application, stop by the guidance office. Moving on to clubs, the toy and clothes drive for the Children's Home Society ends on December 15th. The collection box and tree with tags are in the front office. See the secretary for more information. As many of you are aware, Fidel Castro recently passed. Here's some student thoughts on the event.
The death of the symbol of oppression and communism, but even though he died, it won't change much because he wasn't even in power for the last few years. My mom's boyfriend, who lives in the United States, called us at like 6 in the morning, because that's when he wakes up. And my mom starts screaming that, Fidel died, liberty, liberty, whatever. And so we woke up, and the day continued as usual, same with everyone else. And there's just no music, which is strange for Cuba, because there's always music. They banned music, alcohol, and something else for 9 days. And so technically the whole country is mourning for the 9 days after his death. So we're really allowed to vocally express our happiness that he died. But my family, we were partying.
In other words, we've done it a few times. You might have seen it. It's on the credits. You might skip it. You probably shouldn't. It's really interesting and a lot of fun, and we get a lot of people on the announcements. You want to explain a little more?
In other words, it's a new segment we've been doing that ties in all areas of student media. We do it at the end of the credits. It's the theme for the yearbook, and it's featured several times in the Roar magazine. What it is we come to you with a prompt. It always ends in other words, and you just have a couple words explaining how you feel about the subject. All right, we're going to be passing this on. Me and Nick have been doing it for a little bit here. We're going to be passing this on for other groups to do, so you'll see some other faces not taking place in other words.
All right, Will and Will, Kaylee and Kaylee. In other words. Hey guys, in other words.
We got some good picks. We got some good senior ads.
Hey Mamoon. In other words.
I think you guys should watch it, and we work hard on this, so I would really appreciate it if I didn't get reports of us skipping the credits every single time.
Thank you for tuning in to another edition of WCTZ News. This has been Juan Rodriguez, and have a great day, Wildcats.